It's so stupid.
I'm a dude named Eden who looks like he slept in a garden. Come on now.
Did you sleep in a garden?
I have before.
Like recently?
No levels.
Last night.
That's good.
No levels.
Last night it was a mattress dirtier than most.
Stop talking to the mic, Bill, and fix the fucking levels. I hire you to do one thing around here.
You got another one of those beers, dude? I was gonna stop and get some on the way, but I didn't see anything.
I went and I did that and I stopped and grabbed yours.
Thank you.
What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, Phoenix thinks
Where's
that
the button?
integration is putting a fucking prison right next to a seafood restaurant. I just noticed.
What?
There's a fucking adult education center right next to like a probation office, and then there's like these fancy restaurants right up here.
Oh, where's that at?
Oh, I don't know. I saw it on my maps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Google Maps told me. Or maybe Google was trying to tell me something.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird shit jammed in down here.
I'm in Sunny Slope, dude. Sunny Slope is like, it's just as fucked off as Mesa, but it's like maybe more my speed because the people there are actually like dangerous in a violent, threatening way.
Yeah, no,
I know how to handle that.
Yeah, that's Sunny Slope. Sunny Slope is I've stayed in a halfway house in Sunny Slope for 5 days.
Why were you in this halfway house?
Because I left a cult and I didn't have anywhere to go.
A cult of what? What is that?
A cult? A religious cult?
Which religion?
It was not any known religion, their own religion. They made it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can say that really about any of them.
Well, I mean, some of them they're all made up.
Yeah, some guy made it up.
Some made them up thousands of years ago. This was a recently made up
I've
one.
known two people who lived in a cult, a fucking Church of God, some shit.
Yeah.
And they told me it was really strange. A whole lot of using them for sex and shit to get resources.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you get in on that action? I do sex work.
No, I mean, I was fucking sexually abused as a kid, but that was about it.
No.
I mean, and it was there.
So how old are you when you left the cult?
28, 29.
Crazy. That's like all the years that I've had to develop now. How old are you?
35.
35.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And like, were you just like isolated, or were you around other people?
Went in the cult or what?
Did you like go to school, or?
It was mostly homeschooled. I went to high school for part of a freshman year and part of my junior year. A couple other years of public school. But most of it was like when we were like homeschooled, charter schooled, that kind of shit. Like some months I went to school and some months I didn't. Mm-hmm. So
crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
I'm just now like I didn't realize how fucking scary Mormons can be until this year.
In what way?
And dude, they'll fucking follow your ass, like, cause their little communities that are centered around the temple.
Yeah.
They have like an equivalent to tithe, and it's like a certain percentage of your income is expected to be given to the church if you're going to be a member.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to give more than that, and
Right.
the less of it you give, the less they consider you an effective member of their community and shit.
Right.
And they like monitor you, and they'll like harass your ass if you're a member of their church and not paying like a substantial tithe. And if you have like a problem child, they fucking straight up have what are those called? Like underground places where they like take people.
Fucking re-education camps.
Something like that. There's a gulag. That's the word. Gulags.
A gulag.
And I knew this kid who he was born with no voice, man. He couldn't speak, and he would like carry a notebook around and tell you shit.
Yeah.
And one day I was talking to him on Facebook. He told me all about it. He was just fucking in this gulag for the first 15 years of his life because he was just a pain in the fucking ass the whole time.
Was he talking to you, or was he writing in a
over
book?
Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
He still couldn't speak? He was still mute?
Yeah, he's been mute his whole life.
Yeah,
He has like cerebral palsy. And fucking, they would like put him in a shower.
I was waiting for you to tell me that this gulag cured him of his muteness. And I was like, well, it sounds worth it. It's 15 years and he can talk? Are you kidding me? That sounds like a good deal.
The Mormons were on.
They touched his dick once? One time? Come on.
I mean, that's more times than my parents ever touched my dick. That's nice.
Oh, it's working. You fixed it.
Did we just start at that's more times than my parents ever touched my dick?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
We did.
I mean, we got it on video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
That'll be a special one. That'll be special just for the video viewers.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Fucking Eden Nault,
Hey.
this motherfucker right here.
What's up, dude?
I'm good, man. I fucking slept with a tranny last night and shit.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah, she called herself a tranny the whole time. Like, I'm not being rude. She's just like, I'm a fucking tranny. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you're fucking her, then you can
What?
call her what you want.
What kind?
What do you mean, what kind?
I mean, was this a woman with a penis? Was it
She had a lady wiener.
Okay.
It was great.
Okay.
It was fantastic. She
Lady
had big
wiener.
ass fake tits.
good boobs?
Yeah, big fake. I've never seen fake tits in person before.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was beautiful.
Never?
Not that
Not
I
like
can
at a strip
recall.
club or anything?
No, I've only been to a strip club one time, and I just like used the ATM and I was out
I mean, that's
You
smart.
only went into the strip
Actually,
club to
what
use
the
the
fuck were you
ATM?
using? It's not smart.
to get coke. Yeah,
That's,
I was
that's
getting
not
coke
smart
that
at
time.
all. That's a high ATM fee.
Is it?
They jack those
That's like the
motherfuckers.
highest
That's the
ATM
highest.
fee.
I talked to a waitress in there for like 20 minutes. She like came over and was like super friendly to me, and that was cool. I don't know. It's just like I don't like going to places where it's too loud to talk. I don't like going to places where like you should never go with me to the fucking movies.
Right.
I'll fucking talk the whole time, or I'll get you kicked out.
That
Like,
sounds terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of The Mist at the very, very end of that movie because the ending made me laugh like so fucking hard that they came in and told me I had to go.
They're like, sir, you can't laugh at the end of the mist. You need to leave.
Yeah, well, dude, it was just like loud cackling and shit. Like my laughter it borders on heckling because it's just like
I
so
have
pronounced.
I have a laugh like if I find something funny, like truly funny, and I actually do laugh, it's god awful.
Sometimes when you laugh, I get angry.
Yeah.
Like
I have that effect on people too.
when your laugh gets to a certain pitch, it like hits me right in the back of my neck right here and like sends like a just shockwave down my whole body and everything gets real tight and I get real fucking mad.
Dude, I did Devil's Advocate like a few weeks back, and there was this new kid who I don't even remember his name. He went up, he told one little one-liner, and no one else laughed, but I laughed, and he looked at me, and he was like, yeah, you're probably right. I need to go home and work on these. And then he ran out. Like, he did fucking
no.
15 seconds of a set. And
Seriously?
then left. I guess that's my laughter elicits, like, I gotta fucking change my
You're a
life.
dick.
Yeah.
Fucking laughing asshole. How dare you? How dare you find something genuinely funny?
There's something pompous about me. I don't know. There's something that makes me appear as though I'm really, like, pompous and
I mean,
looking
it's
down.
because
at
you
people.
are, but
Well, yeah, but not for the reasons that people think that I am. They're for more sophisticated reasons than people think.
but not for the reasons people think that I am.
Well, they look at me and I look like I think I'm great, but I'm also not that smart, so it doesn't matter that I think I'm great, and
Right.
it's their responsibility to like make me feel poorly.
Well, I don't want to
Oh,
make
so
you
they
feel
have to put
poorly.
you down?
Yeah,
That's-
people are shitty to me, but I mean,
I want to
don't
make you
care.
feel. I want to make you feel good and accepted, Eden, because I think you're genuinely like one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Thanks, dude.
You are just a legitimately
You're
funny
legitimately
person.
hilarious,
Thanks, man.
Some people are not
and I don't think
funny.
I don't
a
think
lot of people are not funny.
A lot of comedians aren't funny. They just know how to do stand up. It's interesting to watch.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and that's what I think people. I think people more or less see you as a threat and as a wild card.
I'm
Like-
definitely a wild card. I think that for the first fucking 3 or 4 months that I was here, when I was getting booked pretty fucking regularly,
Yeah.
I was doing pretty good with the little reputation that I had, where it's like, yeah, but he comes out and he does real well, so whatever, fuck it. But I had to take a couple months off of doing it that often to fucking situate my life with all the drug dealers and shit.
Drug dealers when they're real, they're scary.
Dude, I was fucking being hunted in Tucson. I guess I haven't told anyone this shit like in person yet. They just saw my Facebook and they're like, "What the fuck is this guy on
Get
about?"
up on the mic.
yeah.
All right, yeah, like, because I was posted on Facebook, like, for the love of God, somebody come help me. These people are after me. And so, first of all, if somebody thinks that they're being chased, that's still a problem and you should be worried about them.
Yeah,
Right.
You know?
No matter what, like there's either they're being chased or they're
Or they might need
fucking having a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're having a psychological breakdown. But I've showed the texts and shit to, like, Courtney Wallstrom came and picked me up down there to fucking get me out of Tucson.
Yeah.
And I was talking to her about it and shit. But so
That was very
it's-
nice of her.
I was at this dude's crib and we were fucking around, whatever. Like, maybe I was trying to turn a trick. Who gives a fuck? And
You gotta make money. I mean, I turn tricks with wrenches. You turn tricks with your dick. Nobody
dude,
wants to
and
buy
they're shaped
mine.
the same
So
and shit.
if I could sell it, I would.
Yeah,
for
but-
sure.
So I did it, and like I accidentally walked out with his cock ring on still, which isn't a big deal. That happens, but simultaneously, his really expensive studio headphones went up missing. And like he was, because I had that on, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry." And he's like, "You fucking took my studio headphones, motherfucker. You better." And like seriously, there's like people coming to my apartment where I'm staying, and like threatening my roommates and screaming about cock rings at 4 o'clock in the morning
Jesus
outside of my house.
Christ.
And like I ended up just like sitting outside for hours in the cold waiting because I'm like, if they come here again, I'm not gonna let them go back there. I have to
Yeah.
stop them.
Yeah.
And then the fucking people that I live with, swear to God, chased me off with a fucking bat. They were like, "You gotta get the fuck out of here now. You're not gonna make us feel unsafe anymore." And I was like, "Can I please have my jacket back? At least it's so cold." And they're like, "No, get the fuck out." And I ended up like,
They wouldn't even give you your shit?
No, they were like,
Do you
"Go fuck
still
yourself."
have the cock ring on?
No. Actually, a dude came and retrieved the cock ring from me. A dude came and like got the cock ring, all the money I had.
What kind of cock ring was this? Was this a really nice cock
It
ring?
was just a fucking latex rubbery thing. You know what I mean? You can use a fucking hair tie. No one gives a fuck.
I'm thinking.
No, it's not like a
This
pimp
is
chalice.
a $2 or $3 item at most.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a fucking
I'm sitting
Fitbit.
here thinking that this is like one of those titanium jobbers where
thinking
you got to
gold.
get it sized for you.
Yeah, I was thinking this was a gold cock ring.
We went and took
Well, it
a
was
and it
the
had like the
headphones,
Lord of the Rings writing on the around it.
one
Like,
cock ring to rule them all.
it wasn't until you got it around your cock that the lettering finally came out.
It was like a smart. It was like a smart cock ring. It had like the little.
It was like a Fitbit.
Yeah.
It counted your pumps.
It was a Fitbit brand cock ring.
Well, I slept behind a dumpster that night, and
Oh,
then
nice.
the next day he found his fucking headphones.
Oh.
After not being able to find me all night, apparently he went looking for me all night, and fortunately I was asleep behind a dumpster wrapped up in my t-shirt. It was
Ooh.
cold as fuck, and yeah. And Tucson, dude, it's just like fucking here. Like every third car that drives by, there is a cop.
Yeah.
And then you call the cops, and they're not there for fucking 5 hours. It's ridiculous. Like, they fucking gave me a police report after I told them that whole story for a stolen cell phone. That's the only thing that they did. They're like, all right, well, go, bye. And then I just went and slept behind a dumpster that night. And then the next day, the dude texted me. He was like, yeah, I found it. Go fuck yourself. After all that shit. And I got kicked out of my place, chased off by my friends. The punk scene in Tucson will never have me back again. And I was like cool with them because
Yeah.
like I come from punk music way back. Like we didn't get along entirely because they're young and they have different ideas than I do. But like they were cool with me. They took me in. And I'm never gonna be allowed to go back to the punk scene in Tucson.
All over a cock ring.
No, it was the fucking headphones, but the cock ring was
The
what
cock
made
ring
him think that I
made him
stole.
look guilty.
Yeah, no,
And
listen.
I see how that's working.
in my head, it's all over the cock ring.
Yeah, I
okay?
mean-
That's how I remember this story.
I almost feel like there was something more to it than that because like he dropped it pretty suddenly, and the whole time I was like, "What kind of headphones are you talking about? Tell me the brand."
Yeah.
And like, because if he had told me what the brand was, I would have just gone to Walmart and boosted them for him. I would have fucking done whatever I had to do to get those motherfuckers back.
How
to
would
him.
you steal? Hypothetically, how would you steal like a set of Beats? Because they're locked up.
Yo, there's like you can buy the little keys online.
Really?
Yeah, and my method for shoplifting has always been the same. You don't put it in your jacket pocket. You don't hide it. You hold it in your fucking hand and walk out because then by the time you left, it's already too late. If you're not hiding it, you haven't stolen it until you left the store. Then it's already too late.
Ooh.
Very
What a
tricky.
beast.
Very tricky.
What
I like
a
it.
beast.
I like
Jesus.
it.
You just walk out with it in your hand?
Yeah, dude, I don't give a fuck. And like, if they come up and they're like, "Hey, well, you can't leave with that," I was like, "Well, I'm leaving. Like,
Nah.
I'm leaving. You're not a cop. You can't touch me. I'm
Come
going."
get me.
I've been lucky as fuck though because I've
You just
never
make
had
sure
a
you
cop
never-
fuck with me.
Really?
One time he cuffed me.
It's because you're white.
I think it's part of
Definitely
it.
because you're white.
It's part of it, and I think that they see me more as like an annoying nuisance than an actual threat.
Yeah.
But the only time I ever got handcuffed, and he didn't book me, I don't think he was supposed to have handcuffed me. I was hitchhiking, and he stopped me, and he was like, "You shouldn't hitchhike, man. You could have been raped. You could have been killed, thrown in a ditch. It's stupid." And believe me, I know it's stupid. I'm a cop. And it made me laugh a lot. And so he fucking put me in handcuffs, and then 10 minutes later, he let me go. And that's the only
Oh,
thing
he's
that
just
ever
trying to
happened.
scare you.
Yeah, he didn't write up anything. He
Yeah,
just did
he
that
just
to me.
wanted to scare you.
All he did was fucking get me
He's
aroused.
probably
and
an
shit.
old white guy. Older white guy?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Or
an old white
like
guy.
Barney
They don't
Fife
have
style?
black police officers and shit. They'd be trying to handcuff themselves.
Oh.
Oh, it's a goofy image. Come on. I hate telling jokes about
Stop
race in front of
resisting!
for white people because they're always mad.
You can't tell us racist jokes because we're not allowed to
wasn't-
laugh at it.
it wasn't racist.
We're not allowed to laugh at it, Eden. If we laugh at it, that means we're going to hell with the rest of the terrible people
the
in this
black
world.
people.
I mean, I don't know if we're going to hell. Like, there's a lot of religious Republicans that
No,
are
no.
pretty racist.
So that joke was
Different
a
hell.
comment on police brutality. It
I
wasn't a-
don't give a shit. I was just making
Okay.
another joke.
Okay,
I was just
cool.
I was making another joke on top of the other joke. All the jokes.
the time where people were chasing me and I was being hunted, and that was very, very real. And I have text messages now that
Yeah.
prove that if it wasn't real, then there was a person that was doing everything that they could to convince me that it was real. It wasn't just in my head.
I read those and I saw them and I was like,
Everyone was like, "Oh, Eden's finally gone. Like he's finally."
I
fucking
didn't-
snapped."
well-
That's what I thought everyone would think.
Yeah.
I was like, either this is real and it might have been, or it's not and it might have been. And I was just like, I don't have the gas money to go to Tucson, so I can't help this poor boy.
Yeah, I love all my friends are like, "Oh man, Eden seems like he's got problems, but I ain't going to fucking Tucson."
I just didn't have the gas money, dog.
Tucson is weird because even people who've never been to it who live in Phoenix, they fucking hate it.
I love Tucson.
I love it,
I
too.
actually like it a lot.
It's like Portland in Arizona.
Kinda, yeah. I think that's why what's her name really liked it when she first moved down.
Christine Levine?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with Tucson.
You don't like it?
I think it's great. Everyone there's so unique and interesting.
Do you not like it because you don't like the town, or you don't like the U of A?
You know, I don't give a shit about the U of A ASU shit anymore. Like
Okay.
that. Like, because I'm not fucking 20 anymore. So, like, that whole thing doesn't really matter. I think it's dumb. But, no, I just don't really like... I like some shit there. Like, I went to a show at the Rialto. That's a fucking badass place. When we went down there and did those shows, that was cool. Those bars were cool. There's good food, fucking great food.
The comedy scene there is tight. They're all good friends and shit.
I just don't really... I think it's ugly as shit.
It is kind of ugly, but that's kind of why I like it.
I think it's ugly. Honestly,
It's not-
it's
It's
not a place. It's not a place I'd ever want to live,
No, I wouldn't want to live there.
and not anywhere I would particularly.
I like
want to
going
visit
there.
for a
I like
long
going there
period
to
of
do
time.
shows. Like you said, the scene is really good. Down
Going
there.
in and going out, that's fine. I would never want to.
Honestly,
stay
I
there.
think it's like I like the kind of grunginess. I mean, and it's not super grungy. Like Tucson is not Albuquerque grungy.
I've never been to Albuquerque.
Oh, bro, you want to go grunge?
Yeah.
Go to Albuquerque. Like
I mean-
you could just there's crystals in the streets.
same to me.
Yeah,
but,
I know that a lot of the ice is coming in from over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tucson feels like it should be in New Mexico.
It does,
Yeah.
but it's not.
That's what I like about it. But then, like, you go and talk to the people, and they're all, like, pretentious, artsy people. It's great.
There's and there is a bunch of cool artsy shit in Tucson, which I mean is nice.
And
I
their
like
punk
it.
scene is on fire, dude. There's
Is
some
it?
good bands. Everyone
Yeah.
down there is, like, close-knit, and they take care of each other. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, they
Except-
take care of each other, huh?
They take care of each other, except for when you start bringing criminals over screaming about cock rings at fucking dawn.
Can't do that.
They had
Were they
no
criminals?
idea.
Were the dudes that were screaming about cock rings? Were they criminals?
I mean, isn't screaming about cock rings a crime in and of itself?
I don't think
that
so.
makes you a criminal. I
Not
don't know.
really.
Like, yeah, dude. I know that they were into some pretty heavy shit. They
Really?
were into some rough shit. That's how I met them.
What's I can't ask because I don't want you to incriminate yourself.
I mean, I don't care. Like, I've been on some hard shit, dude. Like, I don't know. Everyone thinks that I'm probably full of shit, but like, I've been to some scary places. Like,
No, your
yeah.
eyes say that you've been to scary places.
Yeah.
I totally believe that you've been to scary places. I want to hear
Definitely.
about these scary places.
the
Tell
Econo
me-
Lodge in Mesa.
Tell me,
That
tell
is a
us,
scary place. You
tell us
kidding?
as much
Yeah,
shit
it's fucked
as you feel comfortable telling us. With it,
Well, I
being
mean, he just told us
released,
how he
but-
shoplifts.
Well,
Well,
no,
yeah,
I don't.
like-
I don't even do
You
that
don't even
anymore.
do that?
I don't
do that
shoplift.
anymore.
I don't like to steal at all. If I take something
Stealing
from someone, I'm
sucks.
gonna look them in the eye and I'm gonna be like, I'm taking this from you.
Yeah.
But fucking, I don't like to shoplift. Not because I feel morally like I'm taking something from them, but like I'm depriving myself of the opportunity to do what I have to do to get it fair.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like half the reason you get motivated to work towards something is because you don't have it in the first place, and if you steal it, you rob yourself of that progress. So I don't like to steal.
He's been in a lot of therapy.
I've been to behavioral therapy. A lot. I have
That was a
borderline
very
personality
textbook
disorder.
answer.
I have borderline personality disorder. Years of therapy. But yeah, the Econo Lodge in Mesa is fucked up.
What
Yeah.
happened there?
Everyone that's in, like every single room in that place, those people have been there for at least a year. If not that unit, then they bounce around a lot because it's like there's only 3 hotels in the city of Mesa that you can stay in without having to make a deposit on your bank account.
Okay.
You can just all you need is picture ID and cash, and 2 of them are Motel 6s. One is 2 blocks away from the other. Like you can like literally look out over there and there's another Motel 6 and they're like, no, you can't use our laundry machines. It's a different Motel 6. It's fucking ridiculous. And then the Econo Lodge, and that's like kind of a little bit nicer. They got like cold cereal in the morning, and like every tweaker
Cold
in the city
cereal?
of Mesa is either living in or standing around outside of it.
Yeah.
Really?
And they have a strict no visitors policy. Like if you're staying in there, you and whoever is also on the list, like if they see someone come down the hall and go into your room, they'll come and slam on the door. No guests allowed.
No shit.
Get them the fuck out.
Wow.
Oh, they have a strict no party policy. That's
It's
intense.
because there's been fucking maniacs in there.
I'm
It's
sure
like
there
fucking
has.
tweakers trying to chew a hole in the wall and shit. Crazy shit, man.
what's the I'm trying to think of like what's the craziest shit that you saw go down there?
At the Econo Lodge?
Yeah. Like just give an example of like a Tuesday.
That's fucking wild. Because, like, seriously, the whole time that I was there, I was, like, afraid for my life. Like, there was one time that I went and stayed there with these two dudes that I just met. One of them, oh, man, I can tell you about the Mormon guy. Because I don't give a fuck, dude. He was after me for a while. Now I don't give a fuck. So I met this kid named Randall off of Grindr when I was staying in like South Phoenix-ish at an extended stay with a homie. And when we got out of the extended stay, I needed to like sell some of my fucking electronics and shit just to find somewhere to go. And he drove me around, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you to this dude's place, and we'll have a place to stay that night." And we went to this dude's place, and it was in fucking Tempe. I'm never gonna forget the address to it. And I went in, and it was like a fucking hoarder house, like real bad, like all the way to the ceiling, just like shit everywhere. And this like weird little effeminate, like creepy elfie dude came out, and like
as they do,
and he was
as
like,
they tend
and
to.
we're like, okay, so we're just gonna chill, and like the only place to sit was in his room on his bed. And then the dude who brought me there, he just like took a bunch of GHB. I don't know if straight people know what GHB is yet.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He fucking took a bunch of GHB and then like left. He just fucking left in his car, and I'm like in a stranger's hoarder house and shit.
How much? How much GHB do you take?
Like enough to where he wasn't making any sense. Like, and I was like, dude, you should. I never tell people don't drink and drive because it's your fucking decision. But like, do you think it's a good idea? Long story short, that guy lost his car. He got in an accident the next day. From the fucking GHB. But this dude that I was staying with, he slipped a bunch of that GHB in my drink without telling me. And then I woke up, this dude's riding my fucking mouth with his asshole. I swear to God.
Rocking the asshole
God,
on your
dude.
mouth.
Like, he's raping my mouth with his fucking ass.
Whoa.
I was fucking in, and like the next day, I didn't like fuss about it too much. I was just like, let me get my shit and like,
That's
get
a
the
move.
fuck out of here.
That's a move.
And like, he was like, okay, I'll take you wherever you know what, I'm going to help you pay for a hotel too. And he took us back to the Econo Lodge.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the Econo Lodge, and like, I take my backpack off and my jacket off, and I turn around, and this dude's in a fucking jockstrap already with 3 fucking dildos lined up, like, ready to go. And I'm like, yo, I'm not touching you, dude.
Wow.
This isn't fucking happening. And like, but the end of it, he was like whispering and asking me questions and shit. And I was like, dude, I'm not answering any more questions. You're not touching me.
Yeah.
You're not fucking talking to me anymore. And eventually got him to leave. And he had my fucking backpack with my laptop, like my cell phone was in it. It was all at his place.
Fuck.
And he like was trying to blackmail me to get it back. And it was becoming apparent that what he wanted was for me to come and live with him in exchange for my possessions back. And I wasn't gonna do it. So one day I just said goodbye to that stuff. And later on, someone suggested like look up his address because it's public domain to see who owns a property if you type in the address. So I did.
Yeah.
And his name was Victor Brown Jr. And that is the son of Victor Brown, who is headed of the gay rights movement for Mormons in Arizona. You're only allowed to be gay Mormon if you live in the state of Arizona, and even then you have to be rehabilitated. And so this dude was a closeted homosexual in the Mormon community. Now he's in gay conversion therapy for the Mormon community, and he teaches all of them American Sign Language. And there was nothing I could do because we were in Mesa, Tempe. 80% of the police officers there are Mormon anyways. When I called them, they didn't give a fuck. So eventually I just fucking cut them off. All right, keep it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did your buddy fucking set this up?
Yeah, I think he did. He did. He just vanished on me. Like, I have no idea.
He's just gone now?
Yeah, he's just gone.
Fuck, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that. What's his name again?
Randall Aday Jr. That was the guy who gave me who introduced me to Victor Brown, who told me his name was Dan when I met him.
Victor Brown. Go fuck yourself, man.
Dude, I'll show. I know this sounds like crazy shit. Like, by the way, the insane tweakers, they think that all the comedians aren't real people too. Like, they think that you're like all a delusion in my head. But yeah, I have proof that all this shit happened. But no one wants proof. They want to be like, you're out of your fucking mind. And I'm like, oh, but look, I can show you that it happened. They're like, nah, I don't want to see what happened. I want to know that you're crazy because that's what I decided.
Yeah.
But I am fucking crazy. Maybe I hallucinated the whole thing. Fuck it.
I mean,
if you got shit on your phone, then you didn't.
Yeah, I had a Text Now account at the time, so it's still online. Like, I can still log into that shit from any computer and show it to people.
wow.
Yeah.
What a piece of fucking garbage.
Fuck a Mormon, dude. That's scary as fuck.
Dude, yeah, no.
That's nuts, dude.
I mean, everybody like cries about how Scientology's like this big cult and everything, and we need to be wary of it and what it can do. But I mean, like, the Mormon people are a fucking giant cult, and they've had tax-exempt status for a while. Like, they got their paws into almost everything in the communities that they live in.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're civic leaders, and they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, and
they're nuts.
They're not like able
And
to be gay in Arizona because they suddenly have tolerance in this part of the country. It's because you can make the argument that like this is happening all over the country, and we can either accept that it's happening and settle these cases out of court when somebody gets caught fucking little boys, or we're gonna have to fucking go public with the fact that people who are like in power in our church are like doing these things. So instead of having to go to court and have this big public thing happen, they settle out of court and they're like, we'll take care of it. We're going to make him go to conversion therapy, and then that'll be his punishment. That's how
They're
we'll neutralize
doing the
it.
exact same thing the Catholics are doing.
Basically.
And but they're making it prettier than the Catholics by saying, oh, we're going to send him to a conversion therapy. Whereas the Catholics just fucking move him around, and they were. Who knows what the fuck they do with him now. But it's just like...
I mean, this dude still teaches American Sign Language to little boys and little girls. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'd go and get tested and shit.
Crazy.
Dude, his hoarder house was the shit, dude. It was so wild.
What kind of shit? Just everything?
Dude, fucking
was it
everything
garbage?
was in there.
Was it just garbage? Or
No,
was
I mean, it was all stuff that would have been useful were it like if you're in one of those places, you look around and you're like, oh, I see what that was going to be. And
Right.
like, oh, this was probably going to go with that shit. But like, it just gets out of hand. And like, the dude told me when I got there that it's like, I haven't left the house in 9 days. I haven't seen anyone. And I was like, Jesus, dude, he's just been in there and like big screen TV and the only place that he can sit just watching gay porn, just fucking jerking off and huffing poppers and shit by himself.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Dude, you should download. I think that all straight people
Faces
should
of
download
Darkness.
Grindr and like don't put anything on your profile. You'll have a blank thing with no name,
Yeah.
and just like look around for a minute, dude. Like it's
Why?
real weird on Grindr because like I was talking to a gay friend of mine today about the fact that like there's homophobes have this like idea of what gay people do, and if they had any clue what we actually do, like they would fucking lose it, dude. You guys don't even know what poppers are.
I know what a popper is.
Poppers
I know
and
what
like
poppers
I know what
dude, we
ammo
fucking
nitrates are.
meth-fueled fuck piles in the woods
No
and
thanks.
shit.
No thanks.
Fuck, man. Their heads would explode. You're
Yeah,
saying
I was
the
talking to you
homophobes'
the
heads
other
would
night, and you
explode?
told me you were like, yeah, like you said something about fucking for 8 hours, and I was just like, Jesus Christ,
It's outrageous,
Like, why?
dude.
Why? Who needs to bang that long? Nobody.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Fuck,
escapism.
this is
much.
excessive.
Yeah, dude, but methamphetamine, dude, is such a fucking powerful aphrodisiac that it's like before you know it,
Is it,
dude.
you
Does
just
it get
gotta
you super
rage it?
horny?
It gets you really horny, but unfortunately, also meth is vasoconstrictor, so it cuts off blood flow and salivary shit. So like you're just trying to suck a floppy dick with a dry mouth.
So
and
that's
shit.
why you're fucking for 8 hours. That's how long
Yeah.
it takes to finally get something out.
Yeah, I mean, because once you're there, it's like you got nothing else to do. It's like I'm homeless. What am I gonna do? I might as well suck a dick. But I'm not homeless anymore, by the way. I have a like, place that
Congratulations.
has nothing to do with sucking dick, or
It
the
just
guy doesn't
sounds
even
like
do
it
drugs
hurt-
where I live.
Sounds like
Nice.
it hurts your face.
I mean, in retrospect, it hurts. You're like, but that 8 hours probably killed like a 2% amount of my personality is gone because of that 2 day period. You know what I mean?
Every 8 hours is 2%.
Yeah, well, like 0.2, you know. It's it's just little by little grains of sand every time you do it. But I don't like to do that shit anymore, dude. I just like to tell people about it because it makes them uncomfortable.
Dude, I'm more intrigued than anything. Like I'm just.
Oh,
and
yeah,
my,
totally
that's my favorite
intrigued,
thing
like-
about you is like, what the fuck is he gonna? What is he gonna tell me next?
Oh, you're gonna love this one. Dude. A gay dude told me that he was getting fucked up the ass, and he was into water sports, right? So he had the dude piss into his ass.
That's what
But
water
he didn't
sports
know
means.
that the guy behind him was high on meth. So he pissed into his ass, and he got high off the piss with the meth in it.
What?
Dude, like that's the most fucked up
There's
gross thing ever.
what
Gays
the
are
fuck?
wild.
What
What if
the
that
fuck?
turns out to be the only way you like doing it? Every time you get high,
There's
you
a
gotta find
chick.
someone to
There's
piss
a
in your
chick
ass.
who has a this isn't happening.
Oh, I know Jessa Reed. Yeah.
Jessa Reed.
Yeah, yeah.
Jessa Reed's this isn't happening. It's
Yeah.
about meth pee.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's one of the
Okay.
few fucking pieces of media that even acknowledges that meth is a real thing.
I know, right?
Like people who do meth, they don't bring it up. Like if they're successful, they know that the stigma is so tough that once you tell someone that you even used to do meth, they'd never look at you the same again.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like
Like if I'm in a good mood, people are like, "Oh, you must be using again." It's like, no, dude, I've always been squirrely. People always thought I was on drugs. Now they're just right.
yeah.
Now I just am.
Yeah.
This is your
Honestly,
fault, people. You
my-
accused me of it for years.
some of
now I'm gonna
the
do
some of the
them.
best people I've ever met in my life have at one point been addicted to meth. Like
in Arizona for sure.
dude, my buddy Sam, who I've tried to get him on the podcast a million times. He's like,
You're just gonna out him like that? You're just gonna out your buddy Sam like that?
yeah, fuck
You're-
it.
you're a real
He
piece
tells
of
people
shit.
honestly. He's like the picture for recovery. Like he put his addiction into something else and just really focused on it being there. And it was working out. Like he's a fitness trainer now. He's got a wife and 3 fucking kids. Like he's living on cloud 9. Like he's living his best life that he could. And honestly, I know so many more stories like that, but he's the one that sticks out. And like, you might have your struggles, but one day you'll fucking stop or you'll die. And
Or go to
whatever.
jail. Yeah.
Or go to jail and then continue doing meth in jail because it's pretty easy to get, so I hear.
I think that might be the time that I just decide to sleep for a while.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
Well, dude,
some rest.
I've always like
That's what jail's for.
sporadically gone clean for a little while. The reason I try to be open with it is because we're like best case scenario, it kills stigma because you get to like educate people. They have this idea of what, and like it's usually not even that, or if it is that, like the reason that you see people who look like the people in the faces of meth isn't because it's meth. It's because it's cheap and it's available, and that's what they can get. Like that
Right.
could easily be like the faces of Coke if Coke was cheap,
Yeah.
and
Right.
easy to make. But meth is just the one that's available to them.
I mean,
And they're uneducated about harm reduction. They don't know how to take care of their teeth. They don't know how to take care of their face. They're poor. No one gives a fuck. Whereas in like other countries, if you're addicted to heroin, they give you free heroin.
Yeah.
And then they give you like harm reduction and fucking clean needles and shit. And their crime rates drop and HPV levels just drop and shit. So if you actually are open with people about what's going on with you and you take responsibility for taking care of yourself, then you can be an addict whose life won't fall apart. Like you have a disease and it's not good, but like you can do things to make your teeth not fall out of your face, and you can sleep and eat and be a normal fucking person to some extent. You know, but fucking, you know, worst case scenario, if you tell everyone that it's because you're on meth, you get to serve it as an example not to do meth.
honestly though, like you bring up a lot of interesting things with harm reduction and things of that nature that are available in other countries that have decriminalized, like Portugal or fucking, I don't know, whatever other country has done it in the EU. And then countries that haven't and that have like rampant street drugs that are just even worse, like the crocodile shit.
Dude, I want to try crocodile so bad.
Shut up! Don't you dare!
What is crocodile?
I have no idea. It makes you fucking turn into like a tree or some shit,
Oh,
though, dude.
it's horrifying what this shit does to your fucking skin.
Yeah, it turns people into like they get like tree bark growing on the side of their face. It's
Oh,
so wild.
really?
It's so bad.
That's fucking crazy. Like like that fucking dude in India who
Yeah,
had like
that
all that
tree
shit.
fingers. I know you're talking about. That guy is hot, dude.
Nah. Did you see him when they fucking finally trimmed a bunch of that shit off? Like
No.
he went into the doctors and like
Was he like gross? Like when some people shave their beard?
No,
you're like, well, you
like-
should have kept it.
he looked good.
Yeah?
Like
Cool.
he looked like a human being, and then like it kept fucking growing back.
That's so bizarre.
It's so nuts, man.
I mean, how do you reconcile that with yourself? Like, yeah, I'm a
This
tree
is
guy.
what this shit does to you.
What?
Hell yeah, dude.
What the fuck? What do you do with it?
That it's like I think you smoke it,
Yeah, and that
People
just does
smoke
that to
it.
your fucking leg?
or I think
It's a stimulant, I think, and then most people smoke it, from what I hear.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievably cheap
It's
to get.
it's something to do with like eye drops.
Okay, why is it?
It's
Why
like-
does that do that to the feet and the legs and shit? Why do they have no fucking?
Because it turns it turns fucking abs. It just makes abscesses. It makes your skin die. It makes your fucking
Your skin goes necrotic.
You go necrotic, like everything. Like look at that. Just down
one-
to the muscle.
This is one crocodile. I do one crocodile, and this
Not
is what
one,
happens.
but I mean like a lot.
How many crocodiles do I have to do before my body goes to necrotic?
What a crocodile pit bull.
Ask Mr. Owl.
How many licks of crocodile does it take to go necrotic? That's what I want to know.
If there weren't for designer drugs, I would want to try every drug at least once. Like, there's just so crazy shit that you can get on the deep web that, like,
Dude, we
I
had
would-
this.
As long as I knew at the end I was gonna be okay and not suffer any like severe side effects, I would absolutely do every drug.
I call
every
that
single
I call
time.
that in
But-
life. I call it rules applied. Rules
Yeah.
applied means nothing bad happens to me. and nobody finds out.
Yeah.
And if you apply the rules,
Come on,
I'll do
boys,
pretty
live a
much-
little bit. Get
I'll do
mouth
pretty
raped
much
by
anything.
a Mormon with his
Nah,
ass.
I
I
don't
don't.
wanna do that.
That's
I don't wanna do
that's
that.
the
Have him rob you.
thing. Like,
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
there's certain things that I'm just not like. I don't want to put myself in that situation because I just don't want to deal with
I
it.
couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't live Eden's life because
Dude, the thing is,
people did that to me, and I would go stab them.
there are things that have happened to me
Oh,
that
I'd
like
lose my shit,
while they were
yeah.
happening.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
I'm
would
never
lose
gonna
my
tell
mind.
anyone that this happened
would
because
lose
they're
my
not
mind.
gonna believe me.
I would
Yeah.
lose my mind, and I would fucking just.
With Victor, I just about did, dude. There was one moment where I had a chance to
Please
just
don't
like
ever
fucking
stab
chin
anybody.
check him. Like I had a chance to fucking punch him and I let him get away. And I think about that shit all the time.
I mean, you can hit them. Don't ever stab anybody, though.
You don't
Yeah.
kill people.
Don't kill people.
But I mean, he's hooked up with fucking the Mormon church. He's like the son of a bishop and shit.
you can
like,
hit him.
Yeah, but I just don't want to fucking. It would only get worse if I.
Well,
fucking
it's
did that.
premeditated at this point, so you can't hit him
Yeah,
anymore.
you can't go back now.
It's just something I thought about a lot. Since
No,
it
we're just
happened.
gonna.
Yeah.
Whatever crazy, like I know Brian Jewett must watch this. He has to. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be sad. But Brian, just do your crazy internet creepy stuff and dox this guy for us. The brown guy. Just fucking dox him.
You
I
can't,
forgot
you
my
can't say
email
brown guy.
password. Give me that.
Well, no.
fucking
This is last name. Fuck you. I didn't mean it that way.
Why don't you
man.
learn his name, Bill? You fucking North Dakota racist piece of shit.
God, his last name's Brown.
And dude, those grinder profiles, it's so easy to fucking find out exactly where someone's at before they tell you. Have you
Okay.
even looked at Grinder before?
No.
Do I have my phone on me? Look at it. Here, I'll show it to you
He's
right
gonna
now.
pull up. Oh, this
He's
is
gonna
the
pull up the
first
grinder.
time.
This is the first time you've seen it?
We-
All right.
I've
we-
never. I don't know what it looks
We're
like.
on
I don't know
we're
what
on a mission to,
anything.
So
catch
it's
every.
it's kind of like gaydar, like the idea of gaydar, but like it's real life.
Someone was like, you know, it'd be cool if we got Gator on our phone and they create Grinder.
Pretty much. Is,
Okay.
I think that's what they were going for. So like the page opens and you got your app right up here at the top, and this is the front page of it.
I
It's
feel
nearby.
like we all just.
So this is me right here.
because we're gonna play Monopoly.
This is me right here. Where we're at, this is the person online closest to us, and then the next closest, then the next
I wanna
closest,
see
then the
it.
next
Okay.
closest.
I want to see if it's our neighbor.
Okay, so you don't even have to like swipe.
No,
it
no,
just
no.
shows you
They can
whoever's
send you a
close?
message. You can block as many people as you want, though.
Okay.
And like, so this guy right here.
That's the closest.
This is the closest guy to us. That's a tap. You just say, this is just like, what's up, dude? He's right there. And then you
Okay.
can go through each of them like that. Some people will share their face pictures. Some people won't. You can chat with them just like that. You know?
989 feet away. This motherfucker.
Yeah, this guy's like, we could throw a Frisbee to him if there were no walls.
Look at this beefcake.
And he would catch it between his legs and go, thank you.
Oh my.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
And like,
So why did they not
Gay
create?
people are so much more evolved.
This is
than straight
amazing.
people.
isn't it great? Like, they should have this for a lot of stuff. But the thing is, it's fucking.
Well, they should have a straight dating app for this, just because.
It quickly evolved into like, it's also doubles as like a black market. Like,
Oh no shit!
you can find drugs on here now. Like, whatever you wanted to, I could find it probably before we were done with this podcast. Someone would deliver it here and they'd give us dick and they would get the fuck out and everyone
Is
would be
there?
happy.
So can you buy sex on there too?
I've sold sex on there before.
You've sold sex on
yeah.
there.
100 roses.
Yeah, the roses. Yeah.
Roses?
Well, I didn't sell it. People donated things to me.
There you go.
Did
there
you
you go.
ask
It was
for
a
a
donation.
donation?
Yeah, because they were like, "Do you need anything? What's going on with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, if you could like donate a thing to me, you know, whatever, we'll hook up." I don't know.
That's
It was like you have to be,
That's
you have to be
sweet.
super fucking
Honestly,
careful.
Right,
you
you have
know,
to talk
you think you're
around
going
it.
on a you go out on a Tinder date. You're doing if you're a nice guy, you do a donation, you buy dinner. I mean, maybe a movie, maybe.
You don't go to a movie on a
golf.
first date? Fuck you. What's wrong with you?
I never go to a movie. I didn't say that. I didn't.
You
say
said
that.
maybe a movie.
After, if it's going good.
No, it's not.
Plus, a donation, if it's referred to as a donation, you don't have to fill out a W-2 for it, and it's like you don't have to do anything with taxes. So like if you're a hooker, you get in trouble for like tax fraud and shit for like
Yeah.
taking cash. Actually, like one of these days, the IRS is gonna catch all us comedians, dude, for the fucking money that's getting handed out.
Hey,
What fucking money? Is
It's so
someone
little.
handing
It's
out
so
money
little.
that
It's so
I
little.
don't fucking know
I don't know,
about?
but you know when you get like that 20, 30, 40 bucks from the guy running the show. If
Nope.
you're- No, never.
Couple few bucks,
I
but I'm
mean-
not gonna say it out loud.
You know, like
It's nothing
I've-
significant.
I've
so-
counted
That's
it.
why they're
I've
not
counted
accurate.
it. I know how much I've made off comedy.
If someone gave me a check,
last year,
then I'd be.
last year I made over $1,000.
Yeah,
nice.
there was a 2-year period where I was like almost to 5 digits.
Really?
In Seattle. I was like, and I wasn't claiming
Good for you.
any. Well, I was claiming some of it because I worked for Steve Hofstetter for like a summer.
if you're working for somebody who like if you're working for somebody big, then they're gonna give you a check. Like when I worked for the House of Comedy, they give you a check. But
One time I feel like that'd be true.
only worked for them one time last year, so
Yeah.
like I had only had one check.
You know what the way around that is? You pass the donation bucket around to the crowd. Because then they've donated the money, dude. It's
Yep.
like, yeah, it's cool. And then they can actually claim that. They can get that money back
Yeah.
if you file it the right way. Anyways.
taxes.
All right,
Dude,
let's see.
taxes,
Did somebody text us? I want to see. Let's see if I can get Crocodile right now.
Oh man, please don't get Crocodile.
Dude, let's get some
We
fucking
don't-
bath salts, dude.
we're not
Let's
doing
feed it
that.
to your dog and chase it around with glow sticks for a little while.
No, he's a pit bull. You can't feed a pit bull bath salts.
He'll eat you.
Can we feed the other one?
No,
he'll
it's not
also
my dog.
eat you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not the bath salt thing. I wouldn't do that.
Have you done bath salts?
Only while bathing.
Only while bathing.
I mean,
Only
like
putting
I
them in your
used bath salts,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look like they're having any fun. They're just like
No.
eating furniture and shit. Like,
And people.
you know, and like I don't even want to shoot up anything as long as I live. Like, if and when I smoke, I
Yeah.
get high. Like, I don't know why I got to improve that shit.
Yeah. What'd you do?
No, I just did that thing where it stopped again.
That
how long
thing
ago?
you do.
It just happened.
Oh, you
I'm trying to think of more like dangerous shit that
doing
I can
that
tell you guys
thing.
about.
You whatever you want to talk about, buddy. So far, this has been a lot of fun.
I don't even know what the format is. It was
No,
This is the
this
format.
The wild ride that you've taken us on so far.
Yeah.
cool. That's fucking. Do you get a lot of downloads for this? Do people stream it and shit?
I mean, we do okay. We have a good loyal following of listeners. You know, like there's a lot of really nice people that do decide to listen to our bullshit, and
That's
we
how
appreciate
Bill's
all
saying
of them.
we don't have a lot of people,
Yeah.
but the
There's not a
people we
lot.
do have, we love.
There's a
Sweat
few.
hearts?
There's
Yeah.
a lot of sweat lodgers.
Meatheads?
Why is
Meatheads.
it meat sweats? That sounds sticky.
Meat sweats because we were fat, stoned, drunk, eating Taco Bell,
Thank you.
being meat sweaty, you know?
I like the name.
Yeah.
I had a label maker that I used to take like labels to the food court in Seattle, and I would put meat filth over a bunch of different stuff.
Meat
Yeah.
filth,
People are like, what the fucking meat filth? And it's just like pork.
pork. Are you vegetarian?
I was vegan for 12 years.
For 12 years, you were vegan.
And you were a protesting vegan? Like
Kind of. I handed out flyers and shit a couple of times and
Yeah.
got looked at like I was an imbecile, which I probably was being an imbecile. Because at the time, I like gave a fuck about PETA, and then I learned that PETA's actually pretty fucked off themselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're monsters.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, they fucking abuse animals and shit, and like their fucking ideas of veganism are so militant that like insulin was discovered by experimenting on animals.
Yeah.
And so if you're diabetic, you're technically not a vegan in their eyes, but there are diabetic people who are in their like cabinet of representatives. So there's just people in there who are just like, yeah, I'm doing it wrong, but I'm in charge. Like,
I mean, anyone who really gives a shit what an organization or even another person thinks about what they're doing with their life really is gonna have so many fucking problems.
well, dude, that's the problem with fucking stand-up is like at the end of the day in stand-up comedy, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me.
Right.
But people's opinions of you are your opportunities in this. Like, there's no
Right.
like business hierarchy set up that you can like go through these routes and get through it. Like, people have to like you, and
Right.
it's actually more important than being funny. Like, if people like you, you'll get booked all over the motherfucking
it's
place.
way more important than being funny.
But like, if you're hilarious
It really
and people
is.
can't stand your ass, like you're not going up, dude.
Nope.
That's just
Yeah.
the way it's gonna be.
Exactly.
So that's a weird problem that I've had with stand up because I want to not give a fuck what anybody thinks because that's how I feel inside. But I have to care if I want to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Like,
It sucks.
I
It
mean,
really
I-
sucks. But at the same time, with the internet, like you can find people that you jive with, and you can find people that fucking like you and just appreciate you for being the crazy fucking human that you are. And you know, you can make something. And I mean, honestly, that's kind of like what like Death Squad, like Red Band
Oh,
and
right.
fucking Henchcliffe and all those guys. Like, I mean, they were doing shit, and then they started their own thing, and people liked what they fucking did, and people supported them and came out. And
Yeah.
like now they have a thing,
yeah.
and they're fucking good at it.
I tried a little thing like that in Seattle once, and that's kind of when things started to go downhill. I had like a zine that would come out every month that would like document the Seattle comedy that was going on there.
Yeah.
And I would put out a mixtape every 6 months of like local comedians. and it was called Fall Risk, and then we only did it for like fucking 3 months or something, and then it just kind of fell apart. I had too much on my plate, dude. I was running like 5 shows. I was headlining finally, and fucking putting out zines and mixtapes, and I had just recorded my CD, which never came out, and fucking working for Hofstetter, and like, you know, something had to give, didn't, so it all toppled over.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way it goes too. Like, you get too much on your plate too fast, and then it's just like, what? How the fuck do I? And I don't know exactly how, like the real big deals deal with that.
Deal
you
with
know?
what?
Like the amount of shit that they do.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, they also have people helping them too. I mean, they
True.
have
You got a
assistants,
publicist,
they
you
have
got a-
agents,
yeah.
they
Yeah,
have
I had a little like team of people, but there were other people like me who didn't know what the fuck we were doing, you know?
Right.
And so it didn't work out.
You really got to just focus on a few things. You know, focus on making a few things good, and otherwise it's too fucking much, man.
Since
Like,
that happened, I'm just gonna focus on being like real good at stand up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking do any other shit. I had all these podcasts that never came out. I still have 5 episodes of my podcast that never came out.
Yeah.
This is one thing that, like, I mean, I don't run a show. I have a show that I'm doing that's like a monthly type thing, but we're just doing the first try of it, and I don't know how it'll be, but we're trying it. But honestly, like, that's all I can take, like, because I still gotta work and make money. I don't work as much as I used to, which thank fucking God.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Having a
I
day
can't
job is
keep-
brutal.
Dude, keeping up like a 40-hour-a-week day job and then trying to do a bunch of other creative shit is difficult. Like, it's just
very
really
hard.
fucking tough. Because, like, I'm the type of person, I don't know, you're a maniac, but I need to have, like, decompression time.
Oh yeah, solitude's important.
Like,
As
I gotta
distinct from isolation. like,
just
solitude's
fucking,
great.
not even isolation, but just, like, I gotta be able to sit on the couch and play some video games or watch it fucking, right now I'm rewatching, did you ever see Las Vegas?
What is it?
No.
It's a fucking shitty show that was on NPC from 2003 to like 2007. They only did like 5 seasons of it.
I do
Fucking
the
James,
OC.
James Caan. James Caan is the fucking boss of this casino. It's great.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I watch the OC a lot. That's probably the gayest thing about me is that the OC is great though, man. Like this is a really good show. And they're so fucking upset, and they're 15-year-olds being played by like 30-year-old men, and they're just like so sad.
Was that an actual like documentary? So, like, were
No,
they really
no.
following?
No,
So
it was like a drama, like a teen drama thing.
it was a teen drama thing,
Yeah.
but wasn't it shot like in that Real Housewives style of like
That wasn't the OC.
cinematography?
Yeah,
that was
they were in like big rich white people neighborhoods and shit. And
The
they were-
OC was shot more of as a drama.
Okay.
Yeah, you're thinking of like The Hills.
Okay.
Where it was
Is that
kinda-
not the same fucking thing?
No.
Okay.
It has the same like decorating motifs in the background.
The Hills was shot as like a reality
Yeah, that's when the reality.
series,
Yeah.
but it was fully scripted.
Okay.
But it's fun to watch, like not just from like it's well written, the characters are interesting, but it's also like this is what it's like watching what an undercover cop thinks a young person looks like. Like they're just like, oh yeah, and I'm an emo guy. I listen to Death Cab for Cutie, and like they're just like cartoon characters of real people, and it's so funny to watch. The fucking dude that played Seth Cohen in that show, added Brody, he was fucking so great in that show. He like fucking made all the tension worth watching the show. Because he's so cute and he's so funny. It's so great. See, I'm gay as hell.
Somebody's got a crush.
You know what I said on stage the other day that I thought was so funny? Maybe this is a good joke, but it's not a good joke for me. For a long time, I thought I was gay, but I'm starting to think I was just high. Hello.
That was a funny joke.
Your roommates are here.
That's
should we
fine.
address this, or should we act as though nothing's happening?
Nothing's happening. They're-
Okay,
yeah.
hi.
Part
How
of
are
the
you?
production staff.
Hi.
These are our producers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I like
they're-
your hair. Cool hair.
When
dude.
when we're on the podcast and they come in and out of frame, they're producers.
I get-
Even if they're just doing like dishes.
I get weird if I don't say hi to people.
That's fine.
You can say
That's
hi to
fine.
people.
That's fine. You're the
Say hi
honestly,
wherever.
you're the first person who's ever like when roommates came home, since we've been in this.
Yeah, no one ever acknowledges
No one
when
ever
other people walk
acknowledges.
in.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's weird.
Because like
And you're
there's
just
two
like,
things I
"Hi."
can do. I can say hello to them, or I can feel like I'm closing my bathrobe and like be weird. Like they're just people walking in. Hello.
Oh, that's
You
so
you want to see you want them to see full frontal. That's how you accept people. You're like, here it is. Here's-
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking dude, this is gonna
why
be
I love
broadcast.
you.
I'm not
Like,
gonna feel
I
weird.
mean, we've had how many podcasts in this house? A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
And-
I don't even know.
You're the first fucking person. It's the first person.
It is.
Nobody else has said hello.
No.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, I fucking people's cats that don't like anyone like me a lot of the time too. When I go over to their house,
Really?
Let's see that.
I think it's because I stank or some shit. But
I think that's because some other cat wiped off on me while I was sleeping next to the dumpster.
it's this litter box is warm. Cats are the coolest, man.
Dude, my cat just went through. She's finally done with heat.
My cat just got out of heat too.
Oh, you got to get one fixed?
She was in heat as well.
Dude,
Yeah.
so-
The little one I haven't had her fixed.
Oh,
yet.
really?
Yeah.
Well, the Arizona Humane Society is doing a $20 spay and neuter.
Is that a coupon?
No, it's just like a flyer.
Where?
Just call the number. I'll
Okay.
give it to you.
Yeah, give it to me.
And anybody that needs to spay or neuter their animal in the greater Phoenix area, you can also call this number. It's 602-997-7585.
Are we a fucking
Did you just
local
do copy
access
for some
channel?
shit?
No, I'm just honestly like if you need to spay or neuter an animal,
You
you should.
Is this fucking PBS all
That
of a
was
sorry.
wild,
sudden?
dude. I felt like I
sorry.
just rambled about
Catch
being
the
raped
f-
by Mormon meth addicts, and you were
Hey.
like, you should spay and neuter your
Hey, we have great messages today. One, don't be a Mormon meth addict that fucking blackmails and tries to, have a jockey on and have 3 dildos set out when you don't even want to fuck.
Dude, he was like a superhero. He just like lost all his clothes in like a moment, dude. He just down, and there was fucking dildos lying.
Dude, I
out
didn't
and
know
shit.
jock straps were just such a thing within the gay community. And then we went to this we went to a gay sex shop with Ray Howard, and so we got like. Because when you were talking about cock ring, I was like, this is one of those expensive motherfuckers that we saw over there. Where
It's like a
just-
Honda.
Yeah. But no, like, it's important to like, my roommate, Devin, spayed 12 stray cats in this neighborhood.
By hand.
Yeah, just ran around doing
No,
it.
she caught them in traps and stuff. And so, I mean, it's important.
That's pretty fucking
And
cool.
$20, go spend $20.
You tell that story a different way, it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm behind that. Like if she knew what she was doing, fuck
If
it.
you can see, and those of you that can't see because you're listening at home, there's a big fat fucking rip on the side of this, and my cat did that,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure it's because she doesn't want me to take away her lady bits.
I mean, you're not actually taking the lady bits away.
I'm not.
And they don't even dig sex, dude. They're all spiky and shit. Like,
Yeah.
have you heard cats fuck? It's like worse than when they're trying to kill each other.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, it's real fucking
it's
sad.
really, really, really savage.
Yeah, she doesn't realize you're saving her from so much pain.
I mean, I am. She really wanted it though. Jesus Christ! When
Bill, you can't
when she
say
was in
that.
heat,
Jesus
holy
Christ,
shit.
Bill. You can't
She
talk
was
about the
so
brown
annoying.
people. You can't say she really wanted it. There's so many things that you say that's just terrible, Bill.
Dude, that was
Goddamn
so
terrible.
funny. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this morning when Bill and I were having a conversation in his car,
Yeah.
and he was just telling me this story, like some fuck shit. And then from like 2 lanes down, you were in your car and you looked at him. You were like, so loud.
Oh, I trying to give you a ride home from the grid. I forgot that happened completely.
I had my windows rolled up and I could hear Bill talking.
so
and I had
funny.
to roll down my windows and just shame him one last time for the
I don't
evening.
mean to be.
I didn't even notice you were over there until you said
I
that.
don't mean to be that loud. I just am.
I'm loud as fuck too. It don't matter.
I mean, I blame my mom.
You know what? I realized recently I'm Vietnamese. I fucking completely forgot. It's not my culture or heritage. I don't even know my Vietnamese mother. But then, like, I walk by a fucking nail salon and I'm like, oh, they're in there. They always sound like they're fucking yelling at each other. Oh, that's why I'm fucking like this, dude. I'm Vietnamese. You get it?
Vietnamese.
Do you understand that I'm Vietnamese?
What's
Why
the
don't
other?
you understand? Am I not Vietnamese enough to make fun of Vietnamese people?
No.
I didn't know you're Vietnamese. I had no idea.
I forgot for a long time.
Yeah, you're half Vietnamese?
Yeah, my mom's like actually speaks the language and shit.
Okay, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's what
as
I'm
far
saying.
as I'm concerned, as someone who's all white, you can do whatever you want.
I tried to cash
I
out.
give you
I feel
this
like white people are
power.
the gate. I feel like white people are the gatekeeper on like
Of what?
other races that
No,
aren't
absolutely
black.
not. You have to
Like,
stop saying this shit,
what
Bill.
you can be
Do you hear
offended
what
about?
you're saying?
White
Do
people-
you hear?
But no.
Do you hear what
That's
you're
real.
saying?
That's real though.
Dude,
Go
if-
on stage. Do any ethnic joke. If there's a good amount of the ethnic people,
They'll laugh.
they'll laugh.
But
Or
if it's
even,
all
even
white
if
people,
there's
they'll
like
get mad.
three, even if there's like three, they'll laugh,
You
and then
have
the
to
white
get
people
mad.
follow.
Eden, I'm protecting myself by getting mad every time this piece of shit says something bad. All right.
You're not gonna save yourself, dude.
I'm saving myself,
We're all in
Eden.
time out. We're white, dude. It's
I'm
over.
saving my. You're Vietnamese. You got to pass.
I'm not
bro.
Vietnamese shit. Like
I'm
so-
I'm 1/16 Native American. You know what that means?
But you're
It's
in a cult.
racist when I say that I'm 1/16 Native American.
Why are you hitting the table?
Because we're gonna die, Bill. They're gonna hunt us down
Was
and
that a
kill
grinder
us.
notification?
No, that was a offer up notification, but that would have been a better name for the app. But that was a joke about being a bottom.
Oh
Everyone.
my god.
Hey,
Oh.
but you're gonna have to ride that cult thing for the next couple of years, buddy.
Oh, buddy, listen.
you gotta
I
be
got
a
so
victim.
much.
You gotta be a victim, or you're an enemy.
I
Right now,
can-
you're white. Dude.
I
You're
can
a white
jump.
man.
I can jump into my victimhood whenever. That's the thing. I can jump in and out. I can jump from my whiteness to my victimness, and isn't that what being whiteness? It really is being able to jump back and forth.
Apparently,
I
I
mean-
appear too fucking male and cisgendered to get away with like I'm mentally ill, rape victim, recovering addict, been homeless, I'm fucking gay, I'm fucking Vietnamese but not Vietnamese enough to tell jokes about it. Like I don't get to ride any of those things.
How do we make you look more Vietnamese?
I guess I could bend
Haircut?
over in front of a massage table. I tried to tell some jokes like that on stage.
Why
one time.
why don't you have like a little massage parlor going? I'm just saying.
I don't know. My hands are rough and awful.
That's
I
what,
wanna win
I'm
a
pretty
game
sure
of-
that's what the dudes that are coming into a rub and tug want.
I wrote this joke one time. So Edgar Allan Poe is getting a massage. The massage therapist says, "Would you like a happy ending?" And he says, "No." That's the whole joke. I tried to say on stage one time about being Vietnamese, and I probably didn't help that I said I'm a second generation gook. Okay, my mother spoke the language. That
I mean,
put me to pull
yeah,
back.
if you
I
lead
mean,
in
but you
with that, don't lead in with
But
that.
then I was like, but in Vietnam, it's not actually considered rude to slurp your noodles, and that's because it's less shrill than the language. I guess I'm not Vietnamese enough to say that.
No, you're not.
Or maybe I'm too Vietnamese and they didn't understand me. I don't give a fuck. Dude, they do big Hollywood motion pictures of like racist caricatures of Vietnamese people played by Vietnamese people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that dude probably is like getting off and just like eating a snack at the fucking craft station. Then he's like, "King guy, oh!" with the fucking gun.
Dude, have you gone back and watched any old movies that are really, really like just culturally racist? But
Dude,
they're-
Deer Hunter's fucked up.
dude.
Oh, Deer Hunter is a fucking yeah.
Have
Totally.
but have you watched like go back and watch like a Mel Brooks movie?
Well, they were supposed to be.
I know.
That was-
and
see, that
that's
was
what
one-
the best
Good
part.
point.
That's what the best part is, though.
Yeah.
Is they were supposed to be, and they were like making fun of it.
Yeah.
Groucho
And
Marx.
here we are today with people that are just like, yeah,
Which people?
the Trump people.
The Trump people? What are the Trump people doing now?
I don't know, like just wishing that Blazing Saddles didn't exist.
Why? Because it has black
that
people.
might be one of those little like those ethical disconnects that they have. Like, yeah, but Richard Pryor, that was a good ass movie.
Yeah.
I don't see him having a problem with that. Groucho Marx had that weird joke in Duck Soup that it's like, why did he say that? That doesn't even make sense. He's like, I might be a little bit headstrong. My father was a little headstrong. My mother was a little Armstrong. The headstrongs marry the Armstrongs, and that's why there's darkies. Like, what the fuck, Groucho? What does that mean?
That's pretty weird.
I don't understand it. He was like working on like a classic Marx Brothers joke. It's pun after pun after
Yeah.
pun, and then just racist joke.
He was just running bits, and he was like, "Now it's time for my racist one."
Yeah,
Forgot
I
to
know.
pull it out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Sorry, Bill.
Now Roseanne
Sorry you're so
can't
white.
even get drunk and tweet.
No, you can't.
You
can't
think
do
she was
shit.
drunk?
I don't know. I don't care. She's the fat lady from TV. I don't give a fuck what she thinks.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean,
her
That's
job
the thing, like,
her
why do
job
we
is to be
care?
a funny old fat lady, dude, and she was doing great. I don't care what she thinks. I don't care if my plumber hates Jewish people. I want him to fix the pipes.
Why
and
does
then leave and shut the fuck up about Jews.
Yeah, why does everyone care so much about fucking everybody else's business?
I don't fucking get mad at the singer of the Smashing Pumpkins because he's a Trump
because
supporter. Who
they've
cares what
been
he thinks?
told that they can.
I guess.
But fine.
I'm less
like,
of an
like,
here's how you take that power away. You just don't give a shit.
I don't.
Yeah.
But you
at the
just
same
fucking let
time-
people do their shit, and you do your own
Shut
shit.
down social media, dude. No more Twitter. No more Facebook. Close it.
I mean, we
Listen,
talked
how
about
am I
this
going to
last
find
time.
shows to get on? All right.
Dude, I didn't have Facebook until I started doing stand up. It's like, and if I quit and I was like, I'm seriously quitting, I wouldn't have Facebook tomorrow.
No. Why would you?
Can I find shows, stand-up shows on Grindr? There's
Here's another funny story. There's a dude in my neighborhood on Grindr who has like a fuck doll,
Yeah.
like a sex doll. And it's like a picture of the sex doll. I was like, come over and fuck my fuck doll. And like, I was trying to get him to come to High Side with it the other night and let me take it on stage and like interview it and shit. And like, yeah, dude, bring Heather down. I'll buy her a drink, please. Fucking yeah. but
Is
he
it
wouldn't.
is it like one of those expensive ones?
I don't know how much they cost.
What was it like? Did it look like an anime character?
Well, yeah, well, like she didn't have arms or legs,
Oh,
but she had a nice
the
Sedona
quad
t-shirt on.
amputee.
I don't-
The old quad amputee.
At that point, if you're
fuck
having
doll.
men come over and like fuck this sex doll one after another, and she like that's creepier than having like an actual woman's torso in your
Yeah.
house. Like that's fucking crazy.
Is he sitting there jerking off watching this? Is that,
I have no
Was
idea.
that the ask?
I have not visited Heather yet, but I think I'm gonna get her like an edible arrangement and go over. Like,
Was that
That's
wa-
sweet.
I mean, so he doesn't.
You're a sweet
he,
boy.
He just invites you over and says, "Hey, come fuck my fuck doll."
Yeah, well, his profile has a picture. I wonder if I can find my chats with him right now. His profile has a picture of her. Oh, there it is. Check it out.
Let's see, Heather.
Sex doll fun, dude. I was trying to get him to come to High Side and shit.
No, can we see it?
Yeah. Heather, she's got a Sedona shirt on.
She's got arms.
Oh, she does have arms, but she doesn't have legs.
She doesn't have
have
legs.
Because I asked for I asked for nudes.
I mean, I see legs.
Where's
oh
the
my.
legs?
I mean, I do see legs down there, don't you?
Maybe someone's busy fucking the legs. I don't know.
Wow.
When I saw
Is there any other pictures of this?
texted
Does
me.
he have any other outfits?
We had some Snapchats. You don't want to look through that.
Ah!
Well, I mean that's for your sake.
I
Like,
was
don't
just
look through
looking
my
at this-
grinder unless you like.
I was looking at
really
the
like to
stats.
come.
Unless what?
Come, Bill. Don't look at his grinder unless you really like to come. That's what he said.
I don't actually.
Dude,
You don't like to
Grinder's
come. I
hilarious.
just
even
view
if
it
I,
as a-
even if
as
I
an
was straight, I would
extraction.
have Grinder, dude.
Even if you were straight, you would have
Because
grinder.
the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life is happening on Grinder right now, dude.
Right? Yeah, a guy who's saying, "Come fuck my sex doll."
Yeah, Heather.
That's amazing.
You know that's like a legitimate business in Japan,
I've
right?
never seen that on Tinder. Not
Dude,
once.
there's
not,
been a dude
not
on
one
here that
time.
I saw that was like sending me messages like, dude, please come over and kick me in the balls. Just please come over and do
What?
it. And I was like, dude, give me $20, I'll do it. I was like trying to get him to
You
fucking
ever-
pay me to
all
do
right,
it.
Yeah.
all right, here's my favorite question to ask.
He
You
wouldn't do
ever-
it.
Have you ever had anybody request to be pooped on?
I've seen people do that. I've seen people send like dog porn, like people fucking dogs, and he's like, "This is what I'm into, dude." And I'm like, I didn't know what to say. I was like polite enough with him. I was like, "Yo, dude, I don't mean to be rude, but please don't send me any more messages. Don't send me any more pictures."
Yeah.
And that's all I said. And then he left it alone. I'm sure he's gotten that shit plenty of times before. Lord knows I have. I have fucking plenty of twisted fetishes that like people do not respond favorably to when they fucking hear about it.
What's one?
I fucking dress me up like a lady, throw me off the roof. I don't give a shit. I
like being dressed up like a girl?
By anyone. I don't give a fuck. Like I just like doing crazy shit. As long as there's not fluids coming onto me, like I'm probably gonna be on board.
Okay.
As long as I'm at the submissive end of things.
So you're just pooping on a guy. Like if
I've
a dude,
peed on someone before and I enjoyed it, but only because I'm immature.
I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, so my probably kinkiest fetish, I love it if a girl pees on me.
Really? You let them pee in your mouth until you have to pee?
No. I don't like it in the mouth. I'd like it when they like pee on my leg or something.
Really?
On
With like
On your
one
leg?
hiked
And
up?
they, like the
You're not
sho-
even gonna take it on the chest, you
No.
fucking bastard.
No, well, I mean it's normally in the shower.
You're not even gonna be a fucking man and
I've
just
never-
take
I've
a
never-
fucking full
never
golden
take-
stream right on your titties.
I've never taken it on the
fucking
chest.
monster.
I've only taken it on the leg.
Why even
Because
bother
that's-
doing it if you're in the
honestly,
shower?
every girl I've ever asked to do it has been weird. Like they're just like, what?
Do you ever think of having one pee on your head and
No.
just having it just go down your
How
whole
do you
body?
bring it up?
We're normally in the shower together.
Okay.
It's
Well,
just-
it
and
seems like that
normally-
would be the
normally
place where it's
they're
like, can we do it anywhere but in the shower? Because I want to feel you pee on me.
I mean, the times that it's happened, it's been like because it's a weird ass.
What if
for
she's
me.
just like pissing in the shower and you just like sneak a leg in?
No, well, it's not been that. It's been like with a steady girlfriend, and she goes, I have to pee, and then they go to get out of the shower to pee because we're showering together, and they want to be a lady, and I go, you shouldn't just. What if you just like I don't know like peed on me. Like on the leg.
Bill, this is the most vulnerable I've ever seen you.
That's fucking awesome, though.
And so it's been met with a lot of ew.
But I mean, that's kind of why what you're like. Is that part of it? That it's like degrading and gross and like what the fuck? Bitch?
Kinda.
Huh?
I don't know what it is. Like I just like it.
You do like having the shit beat out of you too. So there's a
yeah.
little part of you that you're
I
into
like
being
really
degraded
fighting
a little
women.
bit.
I like women that want to hit me.
Dude, Ronda Rousey, it makes me hot that she could like snap my fucking neck.
She fun facts.
Oh God! Are you gonna fucking drop this
I'm
again?
gonna
Are you gonna drop the goddamn Ronda Rousey? Ronda Rousey lived down the street, and I used to play with her.
She didn't live down the street.
She
It
used to
was-
hold me down and pee on my face when I was a kid.
No, that didn't happen. Never.
Shouts
That's
out
how
Ronda.
I'm telling the story.
It's funny that I'm talking about it because she
She used to live Ronda way.
well, she used to live around the way. Like she used to live like 8 blocks from me. Her mom taught with my mom at the college, and like to this day, she messaged me on Twitter like a year ago, and was like, "Hey, if you need a place, if you ever want to come out to LA and you need a place to stay, let me know." This was her mom.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. But we were kids together. Like I remember her mom teaching a judo class in the fucking wrestling room of the college's, they had this, it was like their athletic center. It was a real shithole.
It was when she was little. Was there any indication that when she was older, she was going to develop? In such
Her
a way
mom
that,
was a monster.
That her
like,
tits were in her arms and shit.
Her mom was a monster.
She's fucking like because when she
was a little girl, she was just a regular little girl.
she like chokes that one lady like within 11 seconds. She's like tapping out and shit, and then that woman's like got her hands in her hands over her face.
Sarah
she's
McMahon.
crying.
That was Sarah
11
McMahon.
seconds deep. She's tapped out because she didn't want to snap
That
her
was-
arm. And then
that
Ronda
was
looks
Sarah
her in the
McMahon.
eye and goes, "Don't cry."
She was a fucking Olympic silver medalist in wrestling.
Yeah.
And the Olympic level women that do combat sports are fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, not in a
Fear boner or boner?
boner and fear boner.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're gorgeous. But
Man, a therapist would have so much fun with you, Bill. They would have they'd write a book.
yeah.
Therapists don't
Yeah.
fuck with me, dude.
No.
I go
No.
and see him, and then like the next week I got a different one, and then the next week I got a different one. I'm like,
They're
I'm not
gonna-
doing this.
When you go in, they're gonna be like, I don't make enough money for this.
Yeah,
Like,
you need to go. You need to go to one that you're paying like $200 an hour.
Well, it's kind of 50% of people of mental health professionals, they won't see someone with borderline personality disorder. They
Yeah.
They don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, they don't know what to do because like tomorrow I'm gonna be a totally different guy, and like
What? So like,
and it's not fake. It's just like I don't know who the fuck I am. I just
do you
what I
have?
wanna
Do you have alters?
No. But I know people who have alters. No, it's not like that. It's like I have no sense of self-identity at all. So like I don't like attach to these weird little like categories of things. Like,
But I feel like you do have a self identity. Like,
only through anecdotally from other people.
think so?
I do what I do, and I try not to like have any affectations or like force myself to be a phony person, which I guess is a character trait. But like other than that, like I don't know what I look like or how I come off really. Like other people can tell me or give me like little clues. I know that for some reason people think I'm really arrogant, and that people like 2 out of every 3 times that I meet someone, they're gonna not like me at all when they first meet me. To the
think-
point that they're like rude, and I'm
You
like
say
confused by it.
everything you say with just an unbrazen confidence. And I
That's-
think
yeah.
that's what probably and when you talk to somebody, you make eye contact.
Yeah,
Which
well,
unnerves a lot of
yeah,
people.
A lot of people don't like that.
Well, so I'm trying to fucking connect and like make people like. It's so frustrating because like I don't mind being hated as long as I haven't been misunderstood.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it seems like I'm always trying to like, no, I'm telling you crystal clear what I think, what I feel, what I'm doing, and what my intentions are behind it. And still, you think there's some kind of manipulation. It frustrates me so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know what else to do except for tell you what I think. And then, like, if you are telling me what I think, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, being misunderstood. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get back home soon.
Okay.
And we've been going for about an hour, but no, like, we can wrap it up cleanly. We
Okay.
don't have to fucking wrap it
There's
up.
like a fucking reason, that's fine. But if someone hates me and it's because like he was in a dogfighting ring, it's like that didn't even happen. Like why?
But even
you
at the same time, I don't fucking care. Wait, what
that
did
was
you
just
say
an
about
arbitrary
dogfighting?
thing. It was-
Dogfighting?
I actually raised over $30,000 for the ASPCA single-handedly to prevent dogfighting.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, so I've done my animal welfare shit.
How much do you hate Michael Vick?
I think that he was the Schindler of pit bulls. I don't hate him. I don't know. He went to jail. Like, he did what he was supposed to do. He got in trouble, and now he doesn't do it anymore. Whatever.
Yeah. It was also a very culturally accepted thing where he came from, and it's what
And
people did.
He was the famous person doing it. He wasn't like the kingpin of the fucking
No,
dog
he's just
fighting.
the famous
He was just
guy
a
who
dude
was
who was
dog
there,
fighting.
like involved in it, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, look, it's Michael Vick. Let's popularize that."
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But
Yeah.
He got in trouble.
he got
He
in trouble.
served-
He
he shouldn't
served
fight
his sentence.
dogs.
You shouldn't fight dogs.
Shouldn't fight
You're right.
dogs.
And why would you when Ronda Rousey's kicking shit out of someone on TV? Like, there's people kicking the shit out of each other
guess-
on
yeah.
TV.
But guess what? There's other countries where people eat dogs. So at the same time, it's like,
All right.
it's all relative.
But here's the argument for that is like
I don't care about the argument for
Ah.
it. I don't care about the argument for it. It just means it's all relative.
It
just
is.
because fucking somebody,
they're like
it's
raising
everything
those
is different
dogs that they
somewhere.
eat like cattle.
Huh?
They're raising the dogs that they eat like cattle.
Cattle's not
What do you
raised
think
well.
about zoophilia?
Yeah.
Zoophilia? What is that?
Well, like
Fucking animals?
bestiality, yeah.
No, that's not okay.
Dude, the guy that got fucked to death by that horse, like,
Yeah.
You
That
love,
was-
that's your anthem.
you
the
find
Mr.
what you
Hands
love
video?
and let it kill you. Dude, that guy, like, there were animal rights activists, like they were like, oh man, he really abused that animal. It's like, dude, you can't rape a horse. Like, that horse is gonna fuck you or it's not. Like, you can't do it. And
Yeah.
like,
You probably shouldn't be going and tempting that horse with such a beautiful asshole,
dude,
though. I
somewhere
mean,
that horse is out to
we all
pasture.
know.
He's a fucking hero with the other horses.
we all know horses are
We
real
were like,
into
we were
beautiful
real
buttholes.
sick of having to fuck that guy.
He's in love
and-
with. He was in love with his horse. Like, I get that. Like, but the horse has got to bottom, right? Like,
Yeah.
like that's so weird.
I mean, I wouldn't let the horse top. Never.
Yeah, that horse fucked him to death.
I don't.
Did you ever watch
think
that
you
video?
Oh yeah, he was in Enumclaw. I'm from Washington State, baby. That's Mr. Hands. Represent.
Just to clarify,
Seahawks?
I don't think you should eat dogs, nor do I think you should fight dogs. But I'm just saying,
But I'd fuck a dog.
both those things. But fucking dogs.
Please don't fuck my dog.
Who says I haven't?
Oh, Rocco!
That's why he loves me.
Poor
That's why he
boy.
farts all the time when I'm around. He's like, "Hey, I'm still loose."
Man, I was talking
just
about
blowing
feeding
your
the assholes.
kisses.
Is this gonna be like? You're not even gonna put this up, are you? This is like
I'm putting this
I was
up. Are you
feeding
kidding? This is
feeding
one of my
bath
favorite
salts to
episodes.
fucking dogs and shit.
Oh, no,
earlier.
this is
Don't
fantastic.
feed bath salts to my dog.
No,
Don't-
it's
yeah.
a marinade. It's
So they
get all
taste.
spun out off dog meat.
So they
and
taste
fucking
better when
take
we
a
eat
bath
them.
together.
Oh my!
Can people find you on the interwebs eating Nault?
You just type my name into YouTube. There's a bunch of stand up on there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that. And I'm like, I don't know, just like, I'm sure I'll show up on something sooner or later.
He'll definitely be on your grinder.
Yeah,
He'll
definitely
be there.
I'm on
Grindr.
Grindr, dude. I'm out here. You can see me.
Maybe on a missing persons list sometime soon.
Dude, I be getting in trouble a lot, and there's nothing but stand up shit on the internet somehow. Like, I would think that there was some more shit.
Yeah. Well,
Fuck
good
it.
for you.
We love the stand up. Catch him at a show. He'll be on Alice's show.
Oh, yeah.
in
When is
March.
that? Alex?
Next month at the end of the month.
Okay, cool.
The end of March.
something at the Pueblo
I'm at
Revival
Dom
on
Life
16th.
on the 13th.
Dom Life
which
on the
is where
13th.
It's a
over
global
here.
show at the dispensary.
That won't be out. This won't be out before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This won't be out.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yo,
but
I'm out here.
check
He's
him
out
out
there
on
doing
check
things.
him out on YouTube, Eden Nault, and then Facebook. Do you have a Twitter?
I have like 8 abandoned Twitters that you can dig through if you want.
That's the most metal comedy thing that's ever been said.
I've got Eden is a hack on Instagram. Eden is a hack.
Eden is a hack on
Yeah.
Insta. Eden,
yeah.
thank you so much. We love
Yeah,
you.
thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me,
Eden.
guys.
We
You're a
appreciate it,
beautiful
man.
boy.
This is fun.
Meat swap!